Hey, fourth grade. Welcome to week 8 of virtual learning. Can you believe that it has been 8 weeks since we began our online learning? This is actually our last video of the school year. This week we will be constructing a response based on your opinion. So a recap of last week, we wrote an essay based on the facts provided in our text, and we also read chapter 10 of Scraps of Time. This week's objectives states, I can write a short essay using my opinion of the book Scraps of Time. I can use my knowledge of the setting, characters, and theme to help construct my essay. I also have our standards listed below. Alright, so we are actually on chapter 11 of Scraps of Time. I am going to read chapter 11 to you, and we will schedule a time for read aloud if you guys are interested in completing the rest of the book. So chapter 11 is entitled Busted. The next day, Everett watched Billy work for hours with the horses, even in the deep snow. Everett studied his every move. Never use a whip on horses, said Billy. You can beat them into obeying you, but you'll never beat them into being loyal. Did you learn that working here? Everett asked. No, Billy answered. I learned that when I was a slave. Then under his breath he added, that's about all I learned. That night, Everett lay awake in his straw bed. Shadow was restless again. He kicked and bucked in his stall. Everett sang every song he knew until at last the horse quieted. Then an idea began to form. His singing always calmed Shadow. Maybe Everett could ride Shadow by singing to him. How hard could that be? Everett said to himself in the darkness. Climb on, hold on, sing. Then what he had told Pop Singleton wouldn't be a lie. The next morning, Everett woke before dawn. Billy wasn't up yet. It was icy cold. Everett got the saddle ready. Slowly, he led Shadow out of his stall. Outside, puffs of breath floated around their heads. It's okay, big fella, Everett said, throwing a rope around Shadow's neck. It's me, your pal. The horse bucked and reared, pulled on the rope, and kicked at the frozen ground. Come on, Shadow. I'm not going to hurt you. Everett began singing a soothing song, one the horse liked. Shadow stood as still as Shadow stood as still as the best battle horse. He patiently allowed Everett to buckle the saddle on and put the bit in his mouth. Shadow followed Everett out of the stable and to the corral. He didn't move a muscle while Everett mounted him. Good boy, Everett said, patting Shadow's strong neck. He started singing, Oh, Susanna, oh, don't you cry for me. In a burst of energy, Shadow began bucking and kicking. Everett held on while the horse hurled him around like a sheet flapping in the wind. No, Shadow, Everett shouted, forgetting about singing. Then just as abruptly, Shadow stopped, still as if given in to Everett. But Shadow had a mind of his own. Once again, the horse reared up, and this time Everett went flying. As he hit the ground, sliding, his mouth filled with icy dirt, he spat it out, gagging. He rolled over out of Shadow's way. His forehead throbbed. His hand touched a bloody gash over his brow. He tried to take a deep breath, but the world went dark. When Everett came to, he was laying on Billy's bed. A doctor was bandaging his forehead. What? What happened? Everett asked. A nasty cut, and you got the wind knocked out of you, said the doctor. You're a lucky young man. Nothing seems broken. Your ribs got banged up a bit, and you have a scar to remember the ride. I told you Shadow wasn't ready, Billy said, then stomped off. There was nothing Everett could say, because Billy was right. Everett closed his eyes and slept a little. The next time he opened them, he felt better. His head was clear. Gus was sitting beside his bed. Gus, I'm sorry, he said. I really messed up. Trying to sound cheerful, Gus said, Hey, I'm here. I'll stay till you can take care of yourself. It would have been better if Gus was mad. Everett turned away. He couldn't look at his brother. Billy came with the armload of wood for the fireplace. He put on a log and poked the fire. I tried to watch out for Everett, but Gus held up his hand. Oh, I know how stubborn he is. He's got no patience and no discipline, Gus added. He doesn't know how to listen, Billy followed. Stop talking like I'm not here, Everett shouted. I can hear everything. Yes, but are you listening? Asked Billy and Gus at the same time. Alright guys, that actually closes out chapter 11 of Scraps of Time. Let's keep it rolling with our lesson. So this week we will create an opinion statement based on the theme of the book. We discussed the theme of the book last week, and we based our writing last week off of facts. So this week will be based off of opinions. And then you guys will complete graphic organizers and assignments this week to help develop your thinking and your writing for this constructive response. Thank you to those who completed your writing on time and also took the time out to revise. Some words to know this week, of course, they're the same except for two. Plot, which are the key events or actions that help develop the conflict of a story. Conflict, the problem faced by one or more of the characters. Theme, the message or lesson the author wants us to know or teach us. And of course, opinion, right? We know what a fact is. So an opinion is a judgment of something not based on facts. So it's usually what a person thinks or how they feel. So let's write. We will begin with our opinion statement about the theme of the book. So think about your theme that you picked last week. So you are using the theme that you picked in last week's writing to write your opinion statement. So here's an example that I came up with for the opinion statement. It says, I think the theme of the book, Scraps of Time, helps me realize that in order to reach your full potential, you have to step out on faith. Okay? So one of the themes that I think we all agreed on was that you have to reach your goals. You have to pursue things that others may not necessarily think is right, but it's something that you want to do, that your heart is set on. So that is my opinion statement. I just feel like the scenes throughout the book with Everett and Billy, like it just really shows that you have to step out on faith sometimes and see what works for you and what's for you. So now I would just want you guys to come up with your own opinion statement, and you will use that statement to assist with completing your short essay. So right now you guys should be pausing the video to write out your opinion statement. This week's video is a little shorter. So I don't think your writing should be as bad, especially if you're prepared from last week. To wrap up today, we read chapter 11 of Scraps of Time. We discussed words to know to help further our understanding of the text, and we also discussed and brainstormed our opinion statement. When you're thinking about your opinion statement before you begin writing, just think about the different scenes and the different events and the story that has happened. Don't forget to use your key details to support why you think your theme, your theme of the book. Your essay requirements are the same. Please clearly state the theme, the conflicts in the text that supports your opinion. Your writing should be at least 2 paragraphs. Use at least 2 key details from the story to support the theme and your opinion. And then also correct grammar and spelling. Please be mindful. I saw a few mistakes. You guys should still be using your knowledge of your grammar and our spelling from school. Our names that we're writing, they should not be lowercase, they should be capitalized. Okay, guys? So just please pay attention. All right, guys, that closes out our last video of the school year. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. All right, I'll see you guys during the week. When you write your opinion statement, please, you can email it to me. I'll have everything written on our Google Classroom. You may also post your opinion statement on the Google Classroom as well. Have a great day, guys.